Hi everyone, I'm Peggy and welcome to my page. Today we're going to do a full face of makeup. We're going to start with the eyes because I want to use my concealer or my main highlight to clean up the area. Hi everyone, so glad you could join. Hi. So we have Cassie, we have Mickey, we have Viola. Hi, Mary. Hi everyone. My internet connection is not the greatest. I left for a second. So anyway, what we're going to do is I've done one eye and we're going to do the other eye. Then we're going to do the full face. So let's start with the eyeshadow. The shades I'm going to use today are Holly and Valencia. These two right here. They're two of my absolute favorite shades. If I have favorite shades, there's several that I like to pair together. Valencia, which is up here, Valencia and Holly are two shades that literally go with anything. So they're two of my favorite ones. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to pick up my detail brush and I'm going to use the pointy end and I'm just going to dab into my Vanilla Dust setting powder and I'm just going to make a little base because I have oily eyelids. So I'm going to make something for that eyeshadow to grab onto. So the first thing I'm going to do is tap into the Valencia and I'm going to apply it on my lid and up above, especially to the corner of my eye. I love to put it right there. There we go. Now you'll notice that I have the hood that's kind of hanging down right there. I'm not going to put, as you can see, I'm not going to bring the darker shade over because that will just accentuate and make the corner of my eye look that much more droopy. So what I'm going to do is strictly stick to the outside corner of the eye with the darker shade of eyeshadow. So now I'm going to come and just tap into Holly and I'm going to relax my eye, look straight into the mirror or the camera, whichever you may be using, and then gently drag it over just a little bit. Again, I'm not putting a whole lot of product. And now we're going to blend. Now I don't want to swoosh it over too terribly far because again, like I say, if I relax my eyes, you can see where the hood is and especially over here, I have creasing on both eyes. Why? I don't know. I guess it's because I'm 67. Very well could be why. There you go. Now, can you go darker with your eyeshadow up there? Of course you can. That is all strictly up to you, how dark or how light you go. That's the beauty of it. You do you. So I'm just going to tap with my brush into Holly, the darker shade, and just deepen it just a little bit and then just blend it out. Just blend, blend, blend. Again, keep your eye open and I like to look with my eye relaxed to make sure that I've gotten it up and above that hood right there. There you go. It's just that simple. I also have a puffiness right there on one eye. Why one eye? I guess my eyes aren't, they're like kissing cousins maybe because they're definitely, I apologize for my internet. It keeps kicking me off and then right back on. I don't know what the deal is here. But anyway, let's continue to blend. Now, we're done with the eyes. I did put on my mascara and what I use is Lash Princess, the waterproof. The waterproof I like because, and I do not put mascara under my eyelid, on my lower lashes because it tends to make my eyes look smaller and my eyes are small to begin with. But this is the mascara that I like, Lash Princess, and I get it on Amazon. It's very, very inexpensive. So now we're going to flip my palette. This palette holds 12. It is from Seint. And Seint is the makeup to where we use 3 shades to start to create one layer of makeup. You start with a a contour shade, mine is Shadow. You go to a brightening shade, mine is Linen, and then you come to your main shade, mine is Sandy. These three shades are going to create my one layer of makeup. Cream makeup does not settle into your fine lines and wrinkles, and it's very, very mature skin friendly, which as you can tell, I have mature skin. Now today, my lip and cheek is going to be Sandstone. I also have some Bella Bronzer, and I have some Rose Gold Illuminator. So we'll walk through those steps as we get to them. Today, I'm going to start with and use what I don't normally use. I'm going to use the detail brush. See how it is kind of an oval shape and it has a little domed in on the other side. This one is great for applying your makeup. That's strictly up to you. This end is, since it's called detail, it's great for details like applying your contour. Do you need this brush? That's strictly up to you. You can do your entire face with it. This is my favorite one, which is the 3D brush. This one, I may have to go to it if I can't get the blend that I want with this one. But we're going to try to use just this one. Now, here we go. Thank you. I've used great skincare. That great makeup application starts with good skincare or great skincare. It doesn't have to be expensive. It has to be used consistently. That is the key. Moisturizer, a little bit of face oil, so important. Okay, here we go. We're going to start. Now, I'm going to use the detail brush and I'm going to angle it and just tap it into my contour, and I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to place it on the hard parts of my face. By the hard parts, I mean the forehead. So let's just blend while we're up here and see how we do. You might need to brush it a little bit. You want to go and blend into your hairline. What I'm doing is I am creating shadows. Now we're going to come to that cheekbone, right on top of the cheekbone. Here we go on both sides, and I'm going to leave this alone, and we'll blend it because I like to blend my cheek color, my contour color, with whatever lip and cheek I'm using, which today is Sandstone. Now, Shadow is the shade of my contour. Now I'm going to dip back into it, and I'm going to catch right along this jawbone. And again, contour goes on the hard parts of your face, like foreheads, cheeks, and jawbones. Okay, here we go. Now, what I do, since I have divots right here, because I do have jowls, is I like to go underneath my neck. There we go. Now, it created a shadow. Did you see that? And I do have a turkey neck, so that's just a little trick. Go from divot to divot under your chin. If you have the opposite of a turkey neck and you have a double chin, come back just a little bit and go under this way with your contour. It will create a shadow. It will not make the double chin go away. It will make it less noticeable. And that's what we're looking for. Now, I'm going to just tap back into my contour, and we're going to contour my nose. Here we go. To contour your nose, you can make it look longer or narrower, or it sort of just gives that extra little oomph to your look. So we're finished with our contour for right now. So what we're going to do is flip our brush around, excuse me, and I'm going to start with my brightening shade. My brightening shade is Linen. I'm so sorry, this internet is terrible. And I'm going to come to the outside of my eye, and I'm just going to clean up and make a crisper line for my eyeshadow. That's why I did my eyes first. You can do your eyes however you like. We're going to come over here and do the same. Now, I'm not going to go all the way under my eye because I have crepe skin there. And what I'm doing is just putting enough product to where I blend. There is just the tiniest little bit of product under my eye, so it won't accentuate. Now, this is cream. It is very, very mature skin friendly. I love Seint cream. Okay, we're just gonna come and here we go. A little bit here, a little bit there, and then we're gonna come down the nose. There we go. Now, since we contoured the nose, look how much narrower my nose looks. And that's what we're doing. We're creating camouflage illusions of things. We're covering up what we don't want you to see and accentuating the things that we do. Now, we're going to catch the Cupid's bow right here, and then we're going to come down and we're going to catch the center of the chin. Now, I have these laugh lines. I call them laugh lines. I don't know if they have a technical name, but again, they're laugh lines. So they create their own shadow. So what I'm doing is while I added a shadow in these areas, I'm taking away the shadow of the laugh lines. So here we go. Laugh lines and these marionette lines. Okay, and again, that is not the technical term, I know, but hey, we all know what laugh lines are and what marionette lines are. Okay, so all we did, see how that is so much less noticeable. And the reason for that, like I say, we added shadow, we took away the shadow. I've got a little bit of a blemish right there. Okay, now we're going to go to my main shade. My main shade is Sandy. Your main shade is a filler shade, so to speak. And with this filler shade, what it is doing is you put it where nothing else is, where you don't have any other makeup. And I'm just coming, you see how red I am? I do have rosacea. So that's the other thing. So let's catch the corner of the nose because I am always, always, always red there, whether I have a flare up or not. And I'm just going to, this is so pigmented. Look how it is canceling out the red that is just a natural part of my skin. Okay, so we're just going to tap it up here and tap it up there. Now, you can start blending at this point. That's strictly up to you. I like to add my Lip&Cheek first. That's just me. You don't have to. You can come back and add your Lip&Cheek. But what I'm going to do is just use my finger, and I'm just going to add what we would call blush. We call it Lip&Cheek. And we have several shades. I love earth tones and I love reds. So here we go. Just adding our Lip&Cheek. I go just a tad above my natural lip line because I'm losing my top lip. But that's strictly up to you. You can line your lips if you like. You can line them with your contour shade, or we do have what we call suede, which is a lip lining shade. Now, this is cream makeup, so it needs to be set. So what I'm going to do is I like to double set. You can set with setting powder or you can use setting spray. I like to use both because I live in Louisiana and we are so humid. It's like 80 degrees today. It's really, really warm outside. We went from, and it's humid, we went from winter over the weekend and Monday to like summer today. We're just skipping spring altogether in the South. Okay, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to give it 2 good squirts, maybe 3. Tap it in just a tad, and now we're just going to stipple and blend all of this wonderful makeup in. Now, you want to soft blend your contour. You don't want to blend it away, and you do want to drag it down your neck. You don't want to leave that distinct line. So I am just continuing to stipple. Okay, and we're just going to catch just a little taps on the nose because we don't want to blend out the contour and the brightener that we put on there. Okay, Now we're just going to do some little circles to blend this forehead in really, really well. You want the shadows there, but you don't want the distinct lines that could be left there. So a good blend is very, very important. And we're just going to get in the corner of the eye, and notice how I'm not pulling the eye. I am just stippling, which is quickly tapping and putting this makeup where I want it to go and where I want it to stay. There we go. Okay, now I think that's a really good blend, and I'm shocked that I was able to do it with this brush. I just catch the corner of my eye. I think I have there we go, much better. I don't normally use this brush, like I said at the beginning, but I'm kind of liking it. It's called the detail brush. Normally I use the 3D brush. You can do your entire face with either one of these brushes. So now we're going to come to our contour and lip and cheek. What I do is I go right up and down the contour, 2 little stipples, and then I just drag it up. Always blend up, especially if you're of a mature age. Now, I stop it right at the corner of my eye, because if not, your eye tends to come down. It tends to bring your eye down. And I certainly, we want the eye to go up, especially if you are in your 50s and 60s. I'm 67, so yes, I definitely want your eye to go up because I got a whole lot going on down here. Now again, just stipple along to where you have a soft blend and then drag it up. There we go. All right. And this is it. I am done. I am done. Now this is just a little bit more of a shiny finish than I really like. I prefer more of a matte finish, but look at the glow. How long's it been since your face actually glowed like this? For me, before I came to the beauty of Seint, it had been a very long time. My liquid makeup that I dearly loved, and it was good stuff. It was good stuff. It was good stuff when I was younger. Not so much once I reached a real mature age. And we reach those at different ages in our lives. One size does not fit all. So now that we have our full face of makeup on, our eyes are done, what I want to do is set it again, but I'm going to use my Vanilla Dust setting powder. And I'm going to use my blush and bronzer brush to do that. So I'm going to use the fluffy end, fluffy end. Just tap into it and then give me just a little bit more of a matte finish. Now, that if you like this finish, then you are done. You're finished. You don't have to worry about it. Now, I also am going to pick up what is, this one I think is the wash brush, but we have one called a blend brush, which is just a small, and I like to go over my eyeshadow with my setting powder. Now, what does that do? That it catches anything that may not be blended as well as it could be, and it just softens the look. Just that simple. So again, we're just coming and we are just putting the least a little bit of setting powder and setting our makeup. Again, I'm in Southeast Louisiana. It's 80 degrees here today. Again, winter to summer, we just skipped spring, but that's okay. Now, I also, since everybody wanted to see the full face of I'm just going to tap into my Bella bronzer and we're just going to warm up the face. And this is where, if you were outside and the sun would have hit your face naturally, that's where you would apply it. There we go. Look at that. So it warmed up my face, gave me more of a summer look. I love bronzer. Also, I'm going to grab my rose gold illuminator and I'm going to put it right here on the brow bone. Can you see how it catches the light? It doesn't change. It really doesn't have a color to it, but it just catches the light just a little bit. And let's come high, high, high on that cheekbone. Very, very high. And see how it catches the light as well. And then just a tad on the bridge of the nose and right above the lip on the Cupid's bow. Gives you just that little extra light. And that's it. That is it. Seint is the most makeup friendly, mature skin friendly makeup I've ever used, and it's because it's cream. If your makeup isn't working for you anymore, if you're using a powder, a liquid, a mineral, and it's just not doing it, why not try cream? You start with 3 shades. You get a small compact, and it has room for the 4 tens. You get your brightener. You get your, you get a main shade. These are 2 highlights. A brightening shade, a main shade, and you get a contour shade. The 4th shade is a Lip&Cheek. That shade is strictly up to you, and you need 1 brush. 4 tens, 1 brush. That's it. That's how you start. But I suggest when you buy, you get a larger 10, simply because, or a larger palette, because look, this is my makeup bag. Everything I need is in this one palette. This one holds 12. This is the one I usually recommend. How do you get started with Seint? That is so easy. What you want to do is look in the mirror. Stand in front of a window. Pull the shades back. Pull the blinds up. Have the light touching your face, the sunlight, face the window, face the sunlight. And I want you to take your phone, look straight into it. Don't put it up here or down here. Look straight into it and take a makeup-free selfie. Don't go in the bathroom. No bathroom selfies. Don't stand by a light bulb because that's going to throw it off. I need to see everything that's on your face. Any distractions that you may not like, whether you have sunspots, whether you have droopy eyelids, discoloration under the eyes, I want to see all of that. Believe me, when I was color matched, I took 3 shots before I sent it, and they were all terrible. But that's how I can help you as far as getting the best out of what you have naturally. We're all naturally beautiful, and that's the beauty of Seint. So what I'd like you to do is take that makeup-free selfie, and for my link, text match, the word match, to 985-302-6349 in the United States and in Canada. I'll look at your selfie. There's a few questions I would like you to answer, which are just, is your skin combination? Is it oily? Is it, is it dry? What are your concerns? Do you have discoloration anywhere? And that way I can match you to the shades that will be the most beautiful on you and bring out that inner beauty. I thank you so much for joining me today. I really do. Again, my name is Peggy, and I will see you again next time. Bye.